Martin's cooking, and I'm on the iPad, and he's got to say his line. So I'm in the other end of the room, and when we sit to eat, we got to be able to do that too. So hopefully my mic doesn't pick up anything. Let me know, folks, if it's an echo. It shouldn't be. But let's go get Martin to do his line. Hi, Madison.
My line?
Your line, your opening line.
Oh, are we live?
Oh, come on.
Oh, my God. Hey, greetings, fellow Hapsters, and welcome, replay
blurry?
viewers.
Oh, there you are. You were blurry for a moment there.
I was blurry? That's just me.
Madison misses us both so much.
Oh, Madison.
Hey,
I
Eric.
miss you too.
So, does anyone there hear an echo?
Is there an echo?
Because if so, we got to plug a earpiece into this iPad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he says. A little bit. Hi, Tony. So Martin.
Yeah.
Would you you're cooking. I shouldn't do that. You either take the camera or go get the earphones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just keep cooking.
Hi, Scott. So I'm hoping everyone sticks around because we've chosen Haps to publicly make a few decisions. No echo for Eric. Okay, well, did you put slits in them?
I didn't put slits in the pan.
What?
Because it's cast iron pan.
Mom is finally free of bladder pain. She feels great. Yay! It's been a while. Yeah, Scott, it has. But are you taking the camera or going to get the earbuds?
Oh, I'll go get the earbuds.
That's why I say, okay, fine.
I'll go get the earbuds.
Yeah, this is what we have. Oh, that one went all the way through. That'll be mine. I can't do this one-handed.
Okay.
Close up of Martin.
Your pants in the way. Oh, it's up. No, it's down here.
What? Oh, fine. There, that's better.
It's better?
That's better. So, Martin, what are we having for our anniversary dinner that we finally got to?
We are having a gourmet meal. A gourmet meal.
Put slits in them. I already put. I told you to put. Don't cut all the way through. Just
no.
I cut all the way through on one of them. Okay, gourmet meal. Happy anniversary. Thank you, Luke. Anniversary. Win record store day shopping today. Fun times. Got some goodies. Nice, Scott. Yeah, we're having really warm weather here. Luke says, WTF, Martin? Hot dogs? Come on, Martin. Talk it up.
They're turkey dogs.
Thank you, Scott.
It's even better, yeah.
Gourmet chef here. Come on.
Gourmet chef.
Yeah, talk it up. Talk it up.
So they're a fine blend of meats in a.
Shouldn't that be in the oven?
Oven just came to temperature.
Luke, you don't know us yet. You really don't know us yet.
All right. Roasted kale. So we have roasted kale, and we have these fine sausages, which will be
and we don't have any hot dog buns, do we?
Lovingly adorned. They will be served on the finest gluten-free bread, and lovingly adorned with sautéed onions and mushrooms, as well as
thank you, Mark.
The finest in Dijon mustards, the president's choice of Dijon mustards.
Yummy award. We're not next to each other. Pat your tummy, Martin, for the yummy award. Pat your tummy. There you go.
I rub my tummy.
And Mark gave us a cheers award. So
cheers.
Ding.
All right.
Happy anniversary. Thank you. Fancy romantic Greek or Italian candles and soft music. Oh, we didn't get candles.
Candles.
Gluten-free. Did Martin have game once? Oh my God, really?
Come on, people. What?
Some of the earliest meals, first of all, we're broke.
That's why we're using up what's in the house.
Yeah, we're using up what's
instead of going out for dinner.
And secondly, the patios opened yesterday. Can't get anywhere near a restaurant, not even for takeout. So, and thirdly, massive lineups to even get into a store to buy food because it's a really nice weekend and things are opening up a little bit. So, yeah, we just basically made the decision that it doesn't matter what you eat. It's the company you keep.
That's right.
But yeah, there's a few things that we're going to be saying to you guys a little later on in the broadcast once we settle down.
As we settle in
'cause-
and have our nice gourmet meal.
Yeah, Martin and I are basically going back to scratch in many ways, and taking the pressure off of ourselves and each other. And we're going to be reformatting our lives to suit what we have to do. So, Mark, I'm happy to see you here. But yeah, no,
Yay, Mark, welcome
you
aboard.
gotta love each other, right? It's I really don't care. That's what we got, and neither one of us wants to sit out on the cement in super hot temperatures, waiting 3 hours to maybe get on a patio.
Oh yeah, exactly.
You had Swiss Chalet for date night. Nice, Luke.
Oh, nice.
How's the union situation going? Still going. Martin's almost there. He's changing his category to props. When we first came across country, we both wound up in set. And no, I wound up in props. I went straight for props.
Yeah, you wound up in
you
props.
wound up in set.
And I took construction because that's the department I was in Vancouver. But in Vancouver, there's a category or a position in construction called model maker, which is a prop builder. Doesn't happen here in Toronto.
Yeah, so
that kind of
Martin's going to reformat himself now.
join the
once he
props
gets the approval.
department, and just means I need to get a couple of letters.
Eric says, any
recommendation.
wine for tonight, or what will you be drinking? Well, again, the LCBO store lines are super, super long, and we've got bubbly non-alcoholic juice left, so we're going to use that.
Use it
Neither
all.
one of us wanted to stand in those lines, really, in the hot
Nope.
sun, and so Swiss Chalet is gone like the wind. Same with Harvey's. No, Swiss Chalet still exists here, Scott. Here, but this is where it originated. So
Yeah.
Thank you, Tony D, for Cheers Award. Cheers.
Cheers! Ding. We'll have to do those later on in the
Ding.
ding. Yes, in the broadcast.
And Mr. 2 Extra gave a high award. Say hi, Martin. I wouldn't want to spend that many hours either for patio. No, I mean,
No.
we figure we'll treat ourselves if we can get a little bit of extra cash together by next weekend, and the weather's still like this, we'll go down to Storm Crow and treat ourselves one evening. But treat ourselves would be like splitting in nachos because their nachos are huge.
Oh, I know. Their nachos are epic. I think that's what
If
they
you
call
leave
them,
it out,
right?
it becomes alcoholic. I'm not waiting that long to eat. Over here, there's barely any for either. Really? There may be one out here, but I don't know.
Which Scott is that
Swiss
back in
Chalet's,
BC?
Well, there was a Swiss Chalet back. No, there wasn't a Swiss Chalet back in BC.
Yes, there
That's
was.
why. What?
Yeah, Swiss Chalet over not far from the studios.
Oh, you're right. Nice couple. Thank you. Storm Crow. Yeah,
Storm Crow
Scott,
is
get
awesome.
your butt here to visit, and we'll take you to this Storm Crow.
Yeah.
Storm Crow Manor. Bum, bum, bum. So how's it coming?
They're coming. They're coming along.
Okay.
The kale's going to be a little bit longer, so.
So I'll take
but
the
in
kale
meantime-
second. I'm fine with
We'll
that.
do the kale second. So let's get
I'm fine
some
with that.
of our
I want to get this
finest
sitting
bread.
down with food, and we need candles, Martin.
Candles.
We need No, here. Do you want to find a happy place to put that, and they can watch
Find a
you?
happy place
Like
to put
maybe
this.
turn the
Okay.
camera around and
All right.
when I
So
do,
what
I'm
you
being
do-
what?
When I do, I'll bring my towel. All right.
Yes. Yes.
No hoopy fruit will be caught without his towel. All right, let's see what I can do here. Need to actually prop this up on something.
So one of the nice things about working for Stargate is when the show wrapped, we wound up with a ton of these, and we're going through them. There's only 2 left now, and that's one of them.
Massive.
The big, huge, massive pillar candles. These things are awesome, and they're just yeah. They're not white or red or exciting or anything like that, but they're a candle and they
They're
burn.
natural beeswax.
Natural beeswax. And Stargate paid for them.
Hand
so,
sanitizer in
oh,
a bottle. Cap
you
can be a
might
candle.
argue.
Well, that's true. That's true. Like the alcohol content, it becomes more like one of those little little sterno packs for the.
So do I
chafing
wait for
dishes.
you to do the mail thing and light it just before we sit down or something?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Look, Martin, natural matches.
Actual matches.
Yeah.
Real matches. We'll see if they actually light.
I hope so.
Hey, those look so damn good. Yeah. All
Oh,
right. So
what?
I was hoping to prop
What?
that up on something, but I didn't have anything immediate to. Oh, actually, we can do it right now because that's going to move after we're done cooking, right?
Yeah. I see. He's using the
Use the
Matchbox
matchbook to
popper.
Matchbox to angle that a little bit better. There we go.
That's a matchbox.
Hey.
It's not a matchbook.
Vince, how are you?
Hey, Vince. So, yes, we were,
Scott, I wish Stargate was still going on. Maybe it'll get reinvigorated, rebooted, and filmed out there.
What?
And out here, Stargate.
Yes. Maybe. I don't know.
There's been a lot of talk about.
But it's time, though,
yeah.
you know. Gotta let some of these things go, guys.
Yes, we do.
I love Stargate too, but
mhm.
yeah, sometimes you just gotta let things go.
It was a nice family
It was an incredible family.
for
Now, what the
6
hell
years
happened to
for
most
us.
of them?
Yeah.
Oh, you already put. Fine. You're not
You're
leaving
already
me
done.
anything to do.
Well,
You trying? Because what? Because what?
because I'm cooking for you.
I see that.
Uh-huh.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
But then I'm off camera. This isn't fun.
Maybe in the near future there will be some sword fighting. Oh, maybe.
Oh yeah. Well, there has to be. There has to be. We.
Beautiful pose. Thank you, Tony D.
Thank you, Tony D. Movie was good too. The movie was the
So
original.
a nice, fresh side of cucumber.
Just be lovely. That's enough.
Oh, New York, just be
Well,
lovely.
I'm
That's
gonna,
enough. Thank you.
Martin. That's a close-up shot of your chest, baby.
Well.
Oh, yeah.
But Christina,
Yeah, you know, we're not that kind of broadcast.
Happy anniversary. Thank you, Mo.
Thank you. Yeah, it doesn't work because then I'm. So I'm doing a long shot of you, honey.
A long shot?
Yeah.
I'm always a bit of a long shot.
Because I'm just fussing and there we go. So ta-da.
Ta-da. La table.
We're actually using the table to eat on. It's kind of awesome. It's kind of awesome. Oh, you brought these out.
Yeah.
Oh, Scott, you'll appreciate these.
I figured those would be apropos.
Let's see if
We
it can
created them
focus.
ourselves. And
The little police boxes. You remember that, Scott, right? I gave you a replacement for the one that broke, right?
oh, that's right, because that was that New Year's Eve that I was,
That was.
out here in Toronto first.
That's Toes.
That sounds
How
like
many
us.
years? Well, it's kind of a week after our anniversary because our anniversary was our wedding anniversary June 8th, and our meeting anniversary was May 29th. We met on May 29th, 1987, and we legally got married on June 8th, 1991. And tonight we're going to change the whole dynamics of our relationship, and we're going to do it in front of you guys because
It's gonna be epic.
we have to learn life in a different way. You miss the 90s. Oh, part of me does. I don't miss the fluorescent of the 80s. If I was Hemdale, who proud of it. Not either way, great way to start a good franchising. Because I was looking forward to that broadcast, and that was shot down. Just wanted to say happy belated anniversary, you two, and continue to brighten
Thank
the
you.
future between you guys. Thank you. It was the last time you two had a romantic candlelight dinner together.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. Do I care? No. When was the last time we had a candlelight dinner? Oh, no, actually. Probably my birthday?
Your birthday last year?
Since this camera isn't on anymore. I think so.
Oh, that camera's not running at all? Yeah.
No. No.
Here I
we
was
have
playing
corn,
to the
too.
camera, or trying to play to the
When was
camera.
the last time we had a candlelight dinner? Well, you see, and we're gonna get to it when we sit down to eat. We're gonna tell you guys what's going on with us because things are going to change. And funny thing about it too is the other day when I said that on Michael Bather's show, like Michael Bather's broadcast, everyone's like, "You're splitting up." Not really, but yeah.
Don't give away too much. I
I was looking forward to the broadcast. Okay, I'm gonna, whoop. Grand Admiral Thong is from the looks of it speaking Klingon.
Is
The last time the power went out.
Oh, the
You
candlelight
just said
dinner
you
last
don't
time
care.
the power
Well,
went out.
no,
Yeah,
because a candlelight dinner to me is not. It's not necessary. It happens every once in a while, and it happens when it happens, and the opportunity comes up. But no, I don't. I can't even remember our anniversaries at the time. It took Jeez, it
They've been
took
such a blur.
years for me to remember any of that, and that's because he kept nagging me.
I'm all about the dates. Yeah.
So I care about how he treats me. I care about how he talks to me. I care about our money going in the direction it needs to go in. We're cosplayers, so we spend a lot on that, and that's more important to me. To go out for a $200 candlelight dinner and not be able to afford a cosplay that we want to do, it doesn't make sense to me. I guess that would be the last time we went out and spent money on a candlelight dinner. Would be our anniversary a few years ago, just before COVID, when we did the Niagara Falls.
That's right. We did the little fairy event in Niagara Falls.
Yeah, we got into costume, and it was a volunteer
Maleficent and
event,
Stefan.
and it was raising money. So we got into costume and went down, and they were like, "On your anniversary," and we're like, "Yeah, we're gonna spend some money when we're done with you guys." And a few people, when they found out it was our wedding anniversary, gave us tips. So the meal wound up costing us a lot less than we thought. And it was a view of the falls. We got a table at one of the fancier restaurants, and we changed out of our costumes. We weren't going to go in costume for that.
That would have been fun.
And we headed down to the restaurant, and so I think I could say to my man if I don't think I could say to my man if I had one. Well, and this is it. Martin and I have come to terms with the fact that we've made a lot of decisions based on everyone else, not ourselves.
Yeah.
So it's time to really 150% make decisions based on ourselves. You wouldn't feel right about that. Are you planning to have a candlelight dinner on your birthday, Christine? I'm not even thinking that far ahead, honey. It adds to the moment. Did you say a furry event? No, a fairy. Fairy. I was in Maleficent, and Martin was in Stefan. And it was it was like all Disney stuff.
Yeah, it
So
was.
there's Disney princesses, but I haven't been to a furry event in years. I can't even remember what's the furry con in Vancouver.
Vancouver.
What's the blue booze? Blue booze? No, they're wine glasses. They're blue wine glasses. Thank you for thinking it's booze, because that would be Romulan ale or something.
Yeah, could be Romulan ale.
And put that there, I think. When would you definitely differ when it comes to certain thinking? And that's okay. While I agree on certain basics and necessities, I feel there still has to be those sentimental moments, no matter how simple. Oh, we have sentimental moments.
Oh, we have lots of sentimental moments.
They're not simple. We have lots of sentimental moments, like the way we pick our cosplays. The number of times we've renewed our vows. Now we've been married technically 3 times. Renewed our vows over and over again. We don't have. We don't seem to have it within our capacity to be simple.
Us simple, never.
I read the link on Voco and just made an account for Voco. Thank you, Vince. Yeah, everyone. I don't have the link here because I didn't copy and paste it on these devices. I'm now on Vocal, vocal.media, if I remember correctly, and I published my first article on there, and it's part of a contest. And you don't make anything back, like you don't get money for your writing unless you get a minimum 1,000 views per article. So
everyone get out there and read her article.
Yeah, I will link it later. Maybe on a post. That makes more sense, yeah. To each their own. Exactly. Oh, Romulan ale, yeah. Vancouver, that's right.
Vancouver, yep.
That was the last time we went to a furry event. I would love to have some Romulan ale right now, but we don't.
Okay.
These are going to upstage the camera big time.
So the
well, that's better.
presentation isn't quite as elaborate as one might expect.
It's lovely. I'm actually wondering if we should put cushions on these chairs so we can be a little higher up.
A little higher? I can go get there.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It's absolutely
lovely,
beautiful.
Darling. Yes.
It's unfortunately very phallic and symbolic of that kind of thing, but we're not that kind of broadcast. Your vocal oscillations are quite pleasing. Oh, thank you. Thank you. But yeah, it's a yes. Let's see if we can get our butts a little higher, shall we?
Booster seat. Okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
Is that high enough? That's better.
That's better.
Yeah, now I'm not like chesting my food.
Chesting your food would not be good.
It doesn't work. You know what we need to do? We need to twist that to turn the light on a little bit.
Ah, yes.
How long was that non-shooting day? And I felt bad that you guys couldn't make it back in time for the broadcast. That was not a non-shooting day. That was a shooting day. Martin's hand may wind up in front of that. Oh, there we go. That's better. Oh, that's much better. That's
better?
much nicer. Now we can see our
Yeah,
faces.
that was definitely a shooting day.
That was definitely a
They
shooting
were
day.
busy.
That was a shooting week. Martin and I wound up very sick yesterday. Okay. Oh. This is not a food chest. That's right. They may be my food catchers, but it doesn't mean that
There we go.
they they have to be featured doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, yeah, it was a shooting day, honey. That's why we were going. We popped on air and enough time to. I mean, if it wasn't a shooting day, we would have gotten out.
Only the finest.
Oh God, what's the year on it?
Probably 2021.
Poor me.
Poor you. What? Oh, poor you.
Poor.
I'd have to liquefy you first, but
Great chest shot, hon.
I know. Well, yeah, it's where it is.
Martin needs a Chewbacca costume.
What? That's kind of
God, no.
out of left field.
No, we want to do Mando's next. But the two of you were very different when you both met one another.
Oh, very much so.
Oh
yeah.
God, yeah.
I
Okay.
was a total small town nerd, geek. All right, here we go.
You gonna pour?
I feel a little pressure. A little pressure.
Don't put it through the light. Don't put it through the light. Do you want to put a towel over it? No, he did. Okay. His long fingers
Yay.
help. What? Christina would make great Soylent Green. That's out of the blue.
Talking about liquefying to pour you.
But Soylent Green? Really?
It's made of people.
Did anybody replace Martin in case a floater showed up? Ew. A what? No. Okay. Tell me we're not talking about that kind of floater.
No, I think we're talking about the shift the other day.
Oh yeah.
Did anyone replace me? No.
There you go. That's the wedding.
Yeah.
That's
A
what we
little
look
more.
like. And that's
30 years ago.
30 years ago. Well, yeah. Yeah, it's 30 years ago. Right there. That's scary in some ways, honey.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Oh my God. And the upper right-hand corner was the photo that your parents despised.
They didn't like it. It was too flamboyant or something.
It wasn't a proper wedding type picture.
You know, where everyone stands like they got a plank up their butts.
Oh. I remember that day as well. Facebook user. Remember that day as well.
So,
Could be Callie.
could be. Is that Callie? Because you were there.
So, what do you want to say?
To 30 years of awesome.
To 34 years of awesome.
From when we met. Even better.
These don't tink very well, do they?
Mm.
Pretty gal. I was young and foolish. I was 22 years old, and Martin had just turned 24.
Yep. About a month before that.
What are you nuking now for our glorious anniversary?
Corn on the side.
Oh. Well, that's the corn we made the other day, but didn't eat.
Mm.
Okay, this is going to be a challenge. We're doing this on air too. Oh my God! All right.
It is Callie. Awesome.
Yay! Okay, so
I over toasted the bread a little, so it's not
You
doesn't-
definitely
doesn't
over-
wrap around the.
you
the
definitely
it
overtoasted
doesn't
the
wrap around the wiener like it should.
to another 30 years of awesome. Then another 30 of Alzheimer's. May your future burn bright for another 34 years of awesomeness. Well, this is it.
Thank you, guys.
Do we want to do this now? You may want to put your... Okay, so because some of you have been pestering me. So you see, we got married. That was us married. And then on our 10th wedding anniversary, we got remarried. Now, the reason we got remarried was because we originally got married because Martin's parents wanted us to.
Yep. You know, that whole
there
family
was-
obligation.
Yeah, there was a lot of pressure. They even tried to take over the wedding. I spent most of our honeymoon crying.
Mhm.
And I mean crying. So Martin said to me, if you stop crying, We'll have a renewal of vows on our 10th, and no family will be invited.
And that's what we did.
That's what we did just before we moved to Vancouver. So that's what we did. How did we meet? At a Doctor Who convention. That's a whole story.
That's a huge story.
We'll do that one
Yeah.
right after we do this. So actually didn't have a
Betazoid
Betazoid wedding.
Yeah, really.
Remarried legal. Well, there's nothing legal about it.
Well,
You
there's
don't
no
have
need
once
to,
the paperwork
right?
is done,
We're already
right?
married.
So
So it was a ceremony more for our benefit, and we invited a lot of our closest friends to join us.
then we moved to BC. And back then we didn't know, more recently we've discovered, but back then we didn't know that Martin has a mummy issue is the polite way to put it. What did he say it was? A detachment disorder? Or
Adjustment disorder.
And when we lived in BC, we were still married and everything, and it was difficult. He couldn't function. He stopped functioning, and he started treating me very differently at least 50% of the time. And it became a very, very difficult thing for us to function. So we thought to kind of reignite the marriage or reignite the relationship and the friendship, we'd get married again. So
On our 20th.
on our 20th anniversary, while down in Westport at a pirate event, we got all our pirate friends together, and we made a deal with the event that if they helped us get remarried, that we wouldn't charge them an appearance fee, and got the rest of the group to agree to it. So we got married again. Christina, please, not Christine. You didn't want to get married? No, I didn't. I never did. Ever. I had no intention of ever having children, and I didn't see the point. I wanted a party. I wanted to have a promise ceremony of some sort, something pagan or Wiccan or simple or old-fashioned, and that's why the 10th anniversary was that way. But no, I had no desire to get married. I just wanted to love him, and that's all I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I would be happy with common law, and it didn't happen that way. So,
And that was mostly because I wouldn't let go of the family pressure.
yeah. Thank you, Jay. So a lot of separation anxiety. Yeah, he couldn't function. So we had our next renewal vows in a pirate style, and it was really fun. But it didn't do any good. He just kept doing all this stuff that I couldn't handle and constantly bouncing back and forth. So when we finally got back to Toronto, and Martin for the last little while has been seeing a number of specialists, try to figure out why one moment, and especially when his parents died, he got worse. It became overwhelming. The expectations were too much for me to handle. And so he's been seeing a lot of experts, and he's just not getting past. How did you put it? You're not getting past the whole concept of a husband and wife.
Yeah, because growing up a very traditional German household, they're very specific, husband and wife roles. And even though I consider myself to be open-minded and very considerate of other people, there's still that block going on that's preventing me from separating her from that image.
I make more money than him, and
yeah.
You freak out. You
Exactly,
jeopardize everything. If I do anything that's outside the parameters, it was very difficult. You've been asked if you were a mummy's boy.
Yeah, I was the baby of the family in a big way, because my sisters are 12 and 16 years older than me. So I was the latecomer. I was the surprise, the unexpected child. So I was pandered to, hand and foot. And that really put a lot of that kind of imagery into my head, where I couldn't function. I couldn't function unless I was being catered to, unless I was being told how to function, how to feel, how to think, what actions to take, what decisions to make, because that was all laid out for me.
Thank you.
There we go.
So what happened is everything he did, I had to decide for him. Everything, he'd throw childish fits if I didn't. And then he'd get upset if it didn't work out. So we were like at a point where we couldn't function at all. So we started doing the couples counselor thing. Vince wants to know, Martin, throughout the 34 years of marriage, 30 years of marriage, honey, 34 years together, Did you become a better version of yourself?
I don't think I did. I had my moments where I was a better person and where I was capable, and I still do have those moments.
Thank you, Jay.
But I do
Cheers.
still find myself. Oh, hey Jay, thanks. Wrapped up in that whole. I can't say traditional. It's outdated, I guess. Image of a marriage.
So you would sabotage things, Martin.
Oh yeah, big time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I gather you have abandonment issues.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Again, they started rearing their heads when we moved to BC, and we were essentially out of touch from my family. So out of touch from my mother. Only very rare occasions of communication, right? So it was because we were all the way across country. And then coming back just in time to spend a little bit of time with both my parents before they passed, that became the ultimate separation problem when my mother finally passed last March. And I think that kind of threw me over the deep end in a lot of these behavior patterns.
And I'm looking at Vince's remarks. Everything's towards Martin. Martin, are you improving your life to make it better for you and Christina together? And that's the biggest problem right there, Vince. You just put every onus, and this is typical in a husband and wife situation. You just put every onus for my betterment on him. And this is what we've been trying to break away from. So we've been trying to call ourselves husband and wife, but not live the stereotypes, and it got too much. So
societally, that's where the problem lies in all of this. Right.
So recently, after what, about 2 years of proposing separation by the counselors, we've finally come to an agreement that we're going to do it. So we've been doing a separation contract. Now, before everyone freaks out,
don't freak
we're
out.
still together. It's just from now on, we refer to each other as partners, not husband and wife. It means maybe he'll get in the inclination to date if he makes more money than me.
Yeah.
If I make more money, then I'm taking him out. You know,
so we basically, the plan is going back to what we should have done, the path we should have taken before actually getting married.
Thank you, Luke.
Because we were in a good space in a lot of ways.
We've been business partners technically since I guess our first company officially was fully functional.
Yeah.
That was back when we worked for Paramount. But we've been business partners for ages, but that gets in the way too. If he's having an emotional moment, the business obligations go out the window, and we can't have that. Customers need to get what they need to get when they need to get it. So the goal is to have a separation, which means I have to foot 50% of the bills, period. He has to foot 50% of the bills. Anything left over is our own money. He can't interfere with my employment. He can't. There's no emotional attachment to it. The company, we are partners. He has X number of obligations. I have X number of obligations. One of us falters on those obligations, the company shut down because there's no point in continuing to lose money if we're being emotional about it. We're sleeping in different rooms now, which doesn't mean that if he decides to start dating me again, this does not mean that we can't sneak into each other's room.
It'll be a lot like your early days of our relationship when we were dating.
So basically, we are rebooting. And this is another reason why when we realized we couldn't have a really nice romantic dinner and really good food and stuff tonight, we looked at each other and said, but this is how we ate when we first got together. This is literally how we ate in our first place. This is, this is how we ate. We didn't buy hot dog buns. We used bread.
That's right. Yeah.
I
should check the kale, by the way.
You knew most of the stuff was going to
before
fall
the kale
out.
turns out black.
So, the only thing missing is a small fork. But we knew the toppings were going to fall out because bread doesn't do that well. This is literally a complete reset of our lives together. And our new anniversary will become May 29th, which means next year, our anniversary dinner or event or whatever we decide to do will be a unification, a friendship, not
an
this
affirmation.
husband and wife stuff. And he was all worried too that his parents would see something like this as bad, but A, they're gone.
Yeah.
They may be seeing us from up there, but they're not here anymore. And B, his sister was the one to encourage us to do this because that's what she did. We thought they were still married when we came back. We only found out recently they're not. They're actually separated.
They're living together, but they're separated.
Christina, may I ask emotionally, how are you coping with these moods? Well, since I got the surgery to push myself into menopause, hell of a lot easier. I'm back to being me because there's a core to everyone. This is what I always say. You fall in love with the surface or you fall in love with the core. If you fall in love with the core, things like this will never change you. You can be yourself no matter how the world changes around you, because that core stays intact. If you're falling in love with the surface, whether it's you're falling in love with yourself or someone else, if you're falling in love with the surface, no offense intended, I did not fall in love with your surface.
No,
But he knows that. But
you saw my core through and through.
yeah, so people are talking about dedication and till death do us part. Our vows were completely written differently.
Mhm.
If we had to go and spend our money to make his parents happy so he'd shut up,
Mm-hmm.
we were going to have things that were us, and they got in the way the whole day.
Mhm.
Let's hope this will help both of you guys. It's just a test of time from this point on. We've got the agreement. We're going to go get his sister to sign it because someone has to sign it. His sister was a legal secretary before she retired.
Yeah.
She's 16 years older than you?
16, yeah.
Yep. So she's going to be the one signing it. And then once it's made official, Monday we go and give him a separate bank account.
Mhm.
And the old bank account will go all solely under my name. And we're moving a percentage of the money from my bank account, what will be my bank account, to his, so he has something to open his bank account with. And it'll be up to him as to what type of bank account, what his fees are going to be.
Mhm.
It's all his choice. He has to money manage, which is really a difficult thing when you think about it. Hopefully my brother will call back. I'll
Okay.
call him later. Koloth over core. So a reborn friendship, exactly.
Mhm.
I wish I could call in. Why can't you? We can invite you in.
Yeah.
Good on you for the better handle. Thank you, Scott.
Yeah, we've got broadcast studio open here, so we could
But what
we
we'd
can
like to
invite
do
you.
is, you see, these rings hold so much meaning and purpose still in our lives. But we're not going to take them off permanently because
Uh-oh.
that's wrong.
I'm not going to take them off. Come on.
Wow.
I think we're both retaining a little water because of the heat and the humidity.
We're going to do what most women do when they don't want people to know they're married.
Ah, there we go. Okay.
So hand me your ring.
Your ring.
Hand me your right hand.
My right hand.
Martin, with this ring, I be your best friend.
That's not going to go over the knuckle. I may have to wear it on the pinky.
Well, we'll see how much you stop
Yeah.
retaining water.
And for you, Christina, with this ring, I be your best friend.
Mine goes on.
That's yeah.
Tight because, of course, it's my right hand, which is my dominant hand. You just
There we
ease
go.
it down.
It won't even budge over the knuckle.
Wow. All I have is surface, but I have a lot of it. I'm glad you guys are trying your best to reboot it. It'll hopefully work out great. Taking it a day at a time,
Yep.
Scott. Separate finances is better, but when you're married and you have separate finances, unless one of you just has a savings account type thing, the government tends to be suspicious. So now we have to make more money because the government will not give us the whole
The tax
husband, wife
benefits and stuff.
tax
Yeah.
benefits. But I don't understand why they give tax benefits to married people anyway. I
It's also
understand-
an archaic system. The same reason there's like the child care benefits, right?
yeah. Well, child care kind of makes sense, but yeah, I never did it. Hey guys, happy anniversary! Thank you, Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Yeah. So from now on, May 29th will wind up being our anniversary.
Yep.
Thank you, Luke. Put you guys 100%. So now we're referred to as partners.
Yep.
Partners. Show me everything and continue to be best friends forever. It's both exciting and scary. But Moni, did you want to come on?
It's Mo, New York.
Mo New
Is it?
York?
Yeah.
Mo New York, sorry.
Mhm.
Woohoo, partners in crime. Oh God, yeah. I have no intention.
Yeah, she's saying I never did it. It's quite easy. We send you an invite, and it'll pop up in your comment thread.
Invite people. You can ignore it if it's something that you don't want to do. And why? Down here, it's the opposite. You get more benefits by being single, living together. Really, Joshua? Damn, Martin, you up for another move? My MacBook Air, can you call in here on the MacBook? We can call in anything
Mhm.
that has a camera and a mic. See, watch.
You should just
So-
receive an invite popping up on your on your comment thread.
You'll see it in the comments.
Click on the
Click
invite,
on it. And I'll take a bite while you do that.
and it'll pop you into our little waiting room here, and then we can. I see activity.
I hope so too, Vince.
I
Her
see an
camera is
camera.
off.
You want to just call in audio? We're okay with that as
She
well.
had 3 kids and filed a single mom. She got married. She'd lose that. Wow. So, Moni, you may be muted. You have to turn your audio and your camera on. Mercy too. Thanks for spending time with me on my first podcast. Oh, you are so welcome, Rick. Oh, now she's down here. She dropped out.
But she's still up there.
Being a single mom. Really? Wow, that's crazy. I mean, if we were having kids, then it would have made sense, but they penalize people getting married.
That's really on.
Wow. Happy times, Jazzy says. So, Mo, New York, what happened, my dear? Talk to me in text. So, what? Yeah, money. I mean, I was more than happy to be common law or equivalent to, but
Mm-hmm.
we did a lot of things for other people back then. We got to stop.
We did, yeah.
Now, your mic's pretty far away from your mouth.
Yeah, because I keep almost eating my mic when I put
Oh,
the.
yeah, that's why I move it away when I eat.
Mhm.
Back when I talk.
I just have to remember to move it back. Were we eating pizza pots?
Pizza pots. No.
Hot dogs on bread.
This is our anniversary dinner right here.
A fine gourmet candlelit dinner.
Turkey dogs. So you put the corn in there to heat up. Now you're gonna have to reheat it.
Well,
Because
let
I'm
me
not.
figure
No,
that out.
because once you put margarine on, it's gonna soak the.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
That'll be fine. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Kick me out. I have to fix my settings. Okay.
Okay.
Ray Cloud's hot dogs. Stina Martin, thank you both for being the creative and motivating people in your broadcast. Plus, you two have always brought a smile to my face. You are so welcome, Vince.
Thank you, Vince. Mm.
Happy hot dog dinner. Happy hot dog anniversary dinner. Can I just join with audio? Yeah.
Yep.
How do you do that? Well, is the invite still showing, or do I have to re-invite you? I probably have to re-invite you.
Yes, Jazzy. It's a big candle. It's left over from
Stargate.
Stargate.
M-O. And Y.
So Mo, in your window, you should have little buttons to turn your camera and your microphone on and off. Just make sure your camera has the little line through it and your microphone doesn't.
So you should be invited. It looks like you're invited already. So yeah, that's cool. We're blessed and feel special to be your first. We're her first.
We're her first. Wow.
So do you see the invite again? I mean, I can turn your stuff off too, I think. Well, you know, we're not that kind of broadcast. We say with our mouths full.
Mm-hmm.
Don't talk with your mouth full. Did your parents ever treat you right? Are these on? Did we test? Oh, we started. Right, you heard it earlier.
Yep.
Let me uninvite you and invite you again, okay? There you are. So I just invited you again. Yeah, all I do is I just not put you on video. If you can't figure out how to turn off your camera, then all I do is not put you on video.
Mm-hmm.
I just let your audio come through. I believe.
Yeah.
Plus, YouTube will always be my favorite broadcasters. Oh, thank you, Vince.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Top of the list. Sweet. What else? Just hot dogs? No, we got cucumber because it's going to go bad if we don't eat it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got corn on the
There's
cob.
Corn on the cob in the fridge.
And
Sorry, in the
there's-
microwave.
is
And
there-
there's
kale.
the kale is ready. So I can.
Did you spice it up?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Spiced up kale. Now remember, folks, spinach is healthier if you eat it raw. Kale is healthier if you cook it. Raw kale is actually not healthy for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's
toxic.
very hard to digest because of the fiber.
It's basically what's in the fridge that needs to be cooked. Oh, I see Mo back. Hang on. See, I see your camera is off, Mo. I'm gonna go like this.
Do we know
one.
for sure that these? Did we hear through the earbuds?
Yeah, but I don't even see a fluctuation. Her microphone
yeah.
is not on. Her microphone has to be on. Yeah, so her microphone is not on at her end.
Uh-huh.
So you should see a little. I'm trying to remember where it is when you're invited because it's been a while since I've had to worry about it. Does anyone want to help Mo out and tell her where it is? Like she's on a what did she say? An Air. So she's on a laptop. She's on an Apple Air. Gail was trying to. Yeah, I know. Baxter Pippin in their slumber, or are they roaming around? I am hoping they're sleeping or at least staying out of trouble. On the settings and turn microphone on. Yeah, because I don't have her muted. So we're going to be patient. We're going to let Mo. Android, I don't know about laptops. Well, she's on. She'll basically be on the browser, I assume, because she said she's doing a Mac Air, which is similar to our Mac Pro, but it's like smaller memory and everything. So I'm assuming she's watching on Chrome because there's no app for the Air. All right, that's it. Pablo.
Pablo, help our viewer. Help us, Pablo. You're our only hope.
Help us, Pablo. You're yeah, that's right. Please help. Matt. Mo. Pablo's around today. Pablo. Pablo. Please, Pablo. If Mark's still around, Mark, are you still on, or did you do a drive-by treating?
Drive-by marking.
You should see a little broadcast label on the desktop, or just go notifications on the activity bell.
Well, she's joined. She's signed in. We have
Yeah.
her here.
We have her
We
here.
just have no audio, no video. She doesn't want video, but we have no audio.
I'm going to unclick her for a moment. Bullfield. That's not. No, we're not going to panic. Luke's right. No panicking. No point in panicking. Don't press this button.
Please don't press this button again.
So what's missing is the little forks to pick up the fallout.
Want to go there? They just happen to be to my right.
Really? She doesn't have it turned on in her settings. Of course it's tasty. Martin made it. I'm the one who colossally screws up on most of the food I make.
That's right.
So Don next week wants us to bake one of his recipes.
Does he? Yeah.
On air with him helping.
Oh my god.
I told him we're gonna cry because he doesn't. We're not allowed to use a mix.
Oh really? We have to go.
And we
completely
have
from
to
scratch.
actually bake one of his recipes. I'm scared, Martin. I'm very scared. This broadcast will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
No.
That's all you're going to say. It's not. Yeah, exactly. No, she's dropped out again.
Okay.
So either there is something wrong at her end, or
Yeah. Right. Okay.
You're
So
gonna have to
Mo,
go.
we just posted a comment and tagged Pablo on it.
Pablo.
So hopefully Pablo will see the tag and be available to come in and give us a little bit of tech support.
But I'm going to do a little cleanup here. Don't take it
Like,
personally.
really, guys, what would we do without Pablo?
I know. I mean, Pablo. It's Pablo. Normally, I use Safari. I switched to Chrome, but I'm getting an error. Interesting, because it's not supposed to work on Safari.
Like selection menu. Yeah. You need those Geek Squad guys. Yeah.
Oh, I know. Mic selection menu? Well, okay. I'm going to turn this around because it's perfectly all right for them to see my screen at the moment.
My screenshots, so they see what I got. Awesome. Okay. Facebook user, what are we eating? We are eating
Okay.
turkey dogs on gluten-free bread because we don't have the hot dog buns. Making it a gourmet meal. We have some roasted kale sitting ready to be served, and some corn on the cob that we cooked up the other day, sitting in the microwave.
This is your settings tab. This might be where your problem is. In your settings, there is sound, right? Output and input. So you want to make sure on input, whatever you're using for sound is turned on. Output doesn't really matter. You want it mute anyway, so it doesn't echo back. That's why we have earbuds in. Why is the vinyl set for? Oh, right, because when we went to air, we have a whole bunch of other settings on, on here as well. You see, on here, this is the broadcast studio. We have it because we're the ones doing the broadcaster, so we control our mics and our cameras from here.
Yep.
So yeah. So I'm gonna switch this
I'm
back
going to
in.
go grab the kale.
You're gonna grab the kale.
I'm going to grab the kale.
What are you gonna do with the kale?
I'm trying to figure out what that noise is.
You're gonna figure out what?
Oh, it is the AC running. Just seemed louder than I expected.
Yeah, we're spending a little money on getting the AC going because we started doing some 3D printing again today, and because of the materials we're using, moisture tends to ruin it. So, oh yeah,
Roasted
crinkly kale.
kale.
I love crinkly kale.
Just nicely brown. Watch your hand.
I download the app on my iPhone. Hang on, let me go back. Since you guys are reformatting everything and hope it will help you everything, so since no good virus started, it's easier from the phone. It is a little easier from the phone, yes. You tag that person in the comment. That menu. Don't burn yourself. No, it's been sitting
It's
there
cooled
for a
down.
while.
Yeah.
It's cooled down. crack about Frankie Krueger sending unsolicited intimate photos. Ew! Seriously? Come on. Again.
We're not that kind of broadcast.
Mm-mm.
And yes, folks, that will continue.
Need a little
for
more spice.
eternity. Need a little more spice?
Yeah, what'd you put on it?
A little paprika, garlic, basil.
I taste the garlic. I have a little salt. I think we sweat enough
Little
today.
salt. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Re-trigger the electrolytes. It's just like a restaurant. Little straw grind your hair. And except they use the big, huge, massive ones that just like
That's right, yeah.
take up your face.
The big wooden ones.
Yeah. What's dessert? Do we have dessert?
We actually don't have any dessert.
No!
We didn't think about that, did we?
No, that's wrong. I
Should we
trust
put maple syrup on the corn? Might work.
Should be We're Not That Kind of Broadcast t-shirt. Oh, I can't afford that up front, honey.
Mhm.
It'll be a while. Gotta sell more of the buttons. I tried worse the same way again. Ugh. Please. Ah. I let this sit too long.
It's, yeah, cold. The
It's
bread's
better
got
when it's
really,
warm.
really crunchy.
It has. I don't know, Tony, if you're still there, but yeah, I wanted you to see that this is basically there's so many different types of love,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes people like us break molds, and we're not even sure how or why. You got kale in your beard.
Killing my beard.
Feels like old times that you're eating a hot dog on bread with kale. Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
You guys should dance. We should. When we're done
We
food.
could. Mm.
We gotta kind of eat. That was like this is like our wedding, right? And
Yeah.
we couldn't eat.
Oh, I know. Yeah, every 3 minutes somebody was. What we did instead of people clanking dishes or clanking the glasses to get us to get up and kiss at our wedding, they had to sing a song with the word love in it. So we got some very interesting variations.
And my father did his speech.
Her father did a big speech that had the word love 13 times in it,
He
which
insisted,
started a judging competition.
as he said, we're not allowed to stop kissing until either we got to 13 or we get a perfect 10 rating. So of course, everyone in the room, except I think your parents were confused by my father.
Mhm.
But everyone in the room kept giving us these low ratings until Martin actually laid me down on the table. He moved all our food out of the way, laid me down on the table, and yeah, we got 10.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I gotta tell you guys are rather unique, but I respect your transparency big time. Thank you, Mo.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Eat, manja.
Manja, manja.
You courted Martin. I jumped Martin.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, we didn't tell the story. Since I still go, you tell us how we met. You tell the story.
Oh yeah.
Because
We were asked how we met. It was 1987. It was a local Doctor Who convention here in Toronto. I was still living at home, and so I came to the convention from Brantford, expecting this was my second convention, but it was really my first real convention because the first one I went to, I was only there for a day. So I had my Doctor Who costume all set up and everything, and it was all ready to go, and started exploring the convention and the dealer's room, and I didn't know anybody there really. And suddenly this energetic, very gregarious person approaches me, sees me in costume, starts striking up a conversation with me, and she's there. Well, she's there at the convention anyway, but she's selling T-shirts for a friend of hers that was going to be a dealer at the convention, but couldn't make it.
got sick.
He got sick, so he sent her with a box of his T-shirts, all Doctor Who geek T-shirts, to try to sell them at the convention from the hotel room. Ironically, I never did buy a T-shirt, but the two of us.
I did invite you up.
You did invite me up to her room. We hit it off. We spent the weekend, cavorting around the convention together. We joined the masquerade competition and blew the doors off the competition. We spent basically we were up all night just horsing around, running around the convention, hanging out in the con suite, which is basically it's a hospitality suite for the convention goers, right? So there's snacks there and people hang out and have conversations and everything else. So we were there till all hours of the morning, and at the end of the weekend, I drove her home, and we chatted some more and everything. And I was at such a high energy level from that weekend. That I think I was pretty much smitten from the moment.
I don't think twice
one.
about these things. As far as I was concerned, he was a small town geek and another fan. He could be a pen pal. I have friends in Oakville that I would go and see on the train. He's not that much further. He's just another person, another fellow fan, but so I don't think about things when this kind of stuff happens. So we got caught in the rain on the way home. And Martin, you can tell them what I did?
Well, she was still in costume, right? Actually, we were both still in costume. And we get to her place. The two of us and another friend I offered a ride as well. I was trying to be gentlemanly and trying to, make good appearances.
So cute.
I know. But so me and her other friend, we're sitting in the living room, and Christina goes upstairs to her room to change. And all I see come flying down the stairs is this pile of wet costume. Lands on the landing with a kind of a splat. I'm like, oh,
I didn't want water in my room.
Okay, that's very interesting. So
I didn't come down naked. I got dressed.
that's true. You did get dressed.
The question you're being asked by Jazzy, you've never been that high energy before?
Not in that way. It struck me in such a strange way. And the end of that day, right? The end of after driving Christina home, and we hung out for a couple of hours afterwards with her friend, and so I drove her friend home, and her friend actually lived in an opposite direction from where I was actually going to be able to drive back to Brantford to go home, and I got lost and I asked directions at a gas station, and I was all full of just this fervor and attitude and energy and all this sort of thing. And I got home and I was still like ramped up on all of this energy from the convention and from meeting Christina and from all the adventures that we had on that weekend. I think my parents just didn't know what to make of me.
Your parents never knew what to do.
No. The worst thing was my parents were already panicking because I was maybe 3 hours late getting home from my original estimate because I was hanging out with her. So due to some error, right? So I was 3 hours late. My parents were worried where was he? Where is he? What's going on? And so they decided to call the hotel because I checked in. I'd had a room there and everything for the weekend, right? They decided to call the hotel to find out when I had checked out or anything, if I was still there or anything. And for some unknown reason, some glitch, some problem with the system, they didn't even have a record of me checking into the hotel on Friday afternoon, which kind of threw my parents into a tizzy. But I got home, so they were a little bit upset about that. Why didn't you call me? Or why didn't you let us know that you weren't going to be home at a certain time? All this sort of thing. So, and I was just still like bouncing off the walls from this. So I think
20.
I was 20. Yeah. I just turned 20. So they didn't know who this person was that came in. They were wondering where's their son.
Whereas my family's quite the opposite. My mother's just like, oh, you're still alive. Okay. I disappear for days on end sometimes. During the Doctor Who convention, Martin, did you run around like a madman?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Rainstorm romantic. Yeah, exactly. Rainstorm. And yeah, when the sky opened up, we got caught in it.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been more interesting, but you're not the type of broadcaster. Well, that's true.
Nope.
Well, that didn't happen until much later on. You invited me to Brantford for a weekend for Monty Python marathon.
That's right.
And your parents had gone to Germany. So after all your friends left,
she basically jumped me.
Yes, I was very uncomfortable that the fact that, you were small town and I was big city, but you were just too freaking interesting. So
Mhm.
we were just lying on the couch, just kind of cuddling, and we're not even sure how we got into that spot.
I don't know.
And
Yeah.
I was lying on his chest, and I said, "Excuse me," and what did I say? Excuse
This
me.
may not be
This
very
may not be very
ladylike,
nice.
but
That's right. This may not be very ladylike, but and I just jumped him. I just planted on him. Of course, in the middle of me super kissing him, a friend of his calls, and it's ringing. The phone is ringing. Of course, this is before cell phones, right? So the phone is ringing. The phone is ringing, and these before common cell phones. And I'm like, just answer it. The ringing's driving me crazy. And he gets up and he picks up the phone. He doesn't even say hello or anything. He's what?
I didn't even have any idea who it was at the other end, right? Because no call waiting, no call,
Could have been your
no call,
parents.
no call display or anything like that, or caller ID at that time in '87. So it was kind of it was my friend.
They thought you
know,
were
who-
high.
Yeah, they weren't sure what to make me.
Thank you, Ed. he normally, like, it was his friend Bob on the other end. I swear he just tore it. He just tore him a new one or
Oh, I
something.
know. Poor Bob.
Since you had the high energy, Martin, and after all the high energy that you have, did it subside or were you still jacked up? Well, it has to subside at some point.
Yeah, I was jacked up for at least a couple of days after that. I couldn't stop thinking about, what the convention. I couldn't stop thinking about her. I couldn't stop thinking about our adventures.
That was also when I've Had the Time of My Life was released.
Right, from Dirty Dancing.
And it was on the radio a lot, and that wound up being our song because every time either one of us heard it, that's all we kept
made
thinking
us think
of.
of each other, right?
Now, at first, it made me think of the convention, in all honesty. I didn't think of you as an isolated, I thought of the whole convention. It wasn't until later on when you said that you were thinking of me, and my brain went, okay.
Oh, well, I'll do the same then. Then we started writing letters back and forth, handwritten letters,
Pen pals, yeah.
postage stamp and everything. No email or anything of that. No Facebook back then.
Well, you made up a language. You can't do that on email.
That's true. Actually, you can, but yeah.
It's called jumping his bones. Yes, yes, Jazzy, very much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, we did think of each other. That was our last song. Our first song was As the World Falls Down.
The songs at our wedding, right? The dances
At the wedding, yeah. Well, exactly. We did have we had a friend over a few nights, a week leading up to the wedding to teach us how to dance, to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't do the lift. Martin was still very shy
no.
back then.
I'm
And I
no
still outweigh
Patrick
him.
Swayze.
And I still outweigh you by so much. Although if you start swinging swords,
You never know.
the muscles couldn't grease. I'm still not going to let you lift me.
No, and there's no reason to really.
Yeah, well, we were kind of pen pals because I didn't have a car.
Mm-hmm.
And he lived in Brantford and I lived in Toronto, and phone calls were super expensive. I mean, the first Christmas,
You bought me a long distance calling card,
I bought you a long distance calling
so I could apply it to making calls to her. And yeah, every couple of weeks, I'd I'd hop in the car and I'd make the journey out to Toronto. Hour and a half, almost 2-hour drive. And sometimes she knew I was coming, sometimes she didn't.
Yeah, that's true. But he bought me skis the same Christmas, so that when I come out to him, I had something like we went skiing. He already had
Cross country
skis.
skiing, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He already had skis, so it made sense to him that I should have a pair, and it was great. Post office till September 17th. Gave retirement notice yesterday. Woohoo! Mo, so Christine, let me ask you this. Do you believe in the institution of marriage at all? Well, what exactly is the
Notice I
institution
typed
of marriage?
that in uppercase.
Exactly. I don't. I mean, that whole concept of marriage has changed so much over the years.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very different thing. I don't sleep around now that we're technically separated but still together, and not calling each other husband and wife. I don't know. Maybe one day one of us will find someone and we'll date them. I don't know. When I was younger, I wasn't sure if I was straight or gay. So
Right now, as it stands, it's
we don't know.
not on the radar. Yeah.
So I believe. Thank you, Chris. Gave us super
Yeah,
hard
super
award.
hard
Hang on,
award.
hang on. Ready? Thank you.
And the Stay Safe
Stay
Award.
Safe Award.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vince. But
And I heard a little
I believe in the
fluffy
institution
baby
of
girl.
love because it comes in so many different forms.
Mhm.
But
Hi,
I
baby
don't
girl.
see the point, like in the unification of church and state, and the whole conceptual philosophy of marriage being something that's connected to society instead of connected to two people. It doesn't make sense to me.
Mhm.
It never did. I understand this thinking. Yay, Mo! Thank you.
Awesome.
You both seem
Mhm.
pretty cool. Thank you, Luke. But we have to. Oh, by the way, Jill, I guess you missed it, but you'll notice the rings are on the other hand now. You want to go watch the replay, but technically, Jill, all the way back then, when you were flirting with me, and
Do I need to leave the room?
no, it's okay. Jill's married,
That's true.
but yes, for our personal sanity and to bring ourselves into the next step of life, Martin and I are signing a separation agreement and
Mhm.
still technically staying in each other's lives, but living in a very different way.
Love will keep us together.
Exactly. And what is love, right?
Mhm.
Reasons I never got married and lived with people I didn't live with.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, it's. I mean, I've had some very close relationships, and I've been losing them lately a lot because their female counterparts are creeped out by how close I am, and
Mhm.
the whole husband and wife concept to them is very much that closeness means I'm going to jump in the sack with my friends. It's like, no, I love
Mhm.
them. I have no interest in doing them.
Mhm.
Now they can think all they want. I'm not going to stop them from doing that because that's their own right. But what's between the two of them is between the two of them. I believe
Yep.
in the individuals. You've got to be an individual.
Mhm.
All right.
More love songs. What is love? Baby, don't hurt
How are we going to do
me.
corn with
Don't
mics?
hurt me. With what?
With the mics?
With the mics. Oh, yeah, no. We'll have to pull the mics out of the way.
Or give me a knife and I'll cut it.
But like off
Yeah.
the.
Okay, fine. We're
Huh?
pulling
What?
the mics
No.
out. But the mics out.
Either way,
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
Um.
Have you never
Yeah,
done that
it's
with
gonna
corn?
be. Yeah. Heat them up some more.
What is
Margarine.
Yes. In your very first adventure, Martin, did you enjoy that convention and did you say to yourself, this is going to be awesome to have that kind of adventure?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, we're major people.
I didn't know what to expect really, but
I'd been to 3 conventions before then, but that's, again, big city kid, things like that. It was exciting, but it wasn't as overwhelming. And now, and now we do paneling. Don't know what'll happen after COVID's done, but
mhm.
we're used to paneling now with 4,000 people in a room and we're at the front.
Yeah.
You know.
Yay, Joel! Super clap award.
Woo! Yes. I found that when people get married, many, not all, that's right, they lose their autonomy and they become that of a shell of who they were before they became a couple. Yes. This is not
And
what I
that's
believe being
one
part
of
a
the things
couple
that
is.
we're
Exactly.
we're aiming to change with
Simon's
this.
twin connection type of relationship.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, I believe in soulmates, but you can have like 1,000 different soulmates, right? It's just which one do you wind up meeting in this life? Which one do you wind up being part of? A sharp knife?
Oh, just to cut the
Yeah,
corn off?
margarine's going to go on afterwards.
Uh-huh.
But this way, I can eat and still talk to them.
That's true.
Totally. Thank you.
Mhm.
Got a nice kitchen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's pretty cool, although it's weird being back here and paying for things like water and stuff. That's something we didn't have to do before.
Mhm.
We're renting. See, you've never done this before?
I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
I always nibble on the cob later on and get the little bits.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Mhm.
But it also pre-breaks the shell. And,
That's true. Yeah. So you don't end up with machine gun fire the next day.
Oh, my God. Going to the washroom when you don't properly chew your corn.
Mhm. Mo says, honestly, I do not believe that a person is made to love one person their whole life.
Yeah. Well, it's such a different world, and we're at this sort of precipice where either everything's going to become controlled again, or everything's going to loosen up. And either way, we got to figure out how to deal with it. But yeah, I've been losing friends lately. Discovered that their wives are very overprotective and
Subconscious, perhaps.
well, insecure. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
one
that's
of-
a good word. Yeah.
I've got one friend that's staying, even though his wife took a chunk out of me, and staying friends. But you know, in that case, it was the wife was speaking a lot on his behalf, and I double checked on something because I needed something
Yeah.
else to happen, and yeah,
Mhm.
and that's when I found out that no, he had not said the things that she said he had said.
Right.
Corner of the cop typewriter
Typewriter.
style. Fulfill a person's needs. No, it's true.
Yeah. Mhm.
And they don't always have to be sexual needs either. Christina and Martin, you will always have a place here on House. Thank you. In your lives. Thank you.
Mhm. Way too much information about corn. Oh, the machine gun fire.
Come on.
You know, if you're not careful,
WYMI
it's
about
he corrected it after WTMI. Way too much information.
corn. Don't want to eat it with your hands? Well, no, because the mic's in front of my face. I don't want to stop talking to you guys. I mean, we're on here. We got to be kind, right?
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's leftover corn from the
This
other
is
day.
true.
So
I'm gonna do the same.
this way we can keep talking to you. Right? As opposed to getting food all over the microphone. The microphone. This is so true, Christina. Yeah. And it's taken a while for me to get Martin to catch up. And I keep saying to him, listen, if we have to go our separate ways and that's healthy for you, then I'm fine with it. And at first it really freaked him out. Like that was the first couples counselor we saw. It was, he just kept looking at me as if I was some
Just
alien.
that concept, you know, is terrified me. But now with what we're doing now, you know, the method that we've chosen and the path that we're taking, it's actually psychologically, emotionally taken a huge weight off.
Mm-hmm. One of our friends, we told him the other day, because he asked how we were doing and what direction we were going in. So we told him, and the first thing he said was, "So what about dating?" I'm like, I'm not there. I'm just not there. Okay. I'm flattered.
I think he was asking.
I don't know if he was asking or not, but he's sweet anyway. And the emotional connection is one of the highest connections you can have with another person. It's incredible when this connection just clicks between two people. I've only experienced this maybe 3 times in my whole life. Wow.
And when we're at our best, that clicks. It clicks huge. So this is a chance for us to, you know, me especially, to have better capacity of being at my best. You know.
I think the weirdest part for me still is the fact that, I mean, we've been in separate beds before. Like one of us has been on a gig or away at an event while the other one's at a different event.
Or more recently when she's been having the hot flashes and night sweats and just, you know, sleeping together in the same space
We
is
usually crash on the floor.
logistically not possible. Yeah.
But now we've set up a bed for him in the other room. And yeah, it's weird knowing that you're just in the other room and you know, you're here but you're not. But it's getting more comfortable. It definitely is.
Yeah. Little by
I've
little.
decided to take my weighted blanket because it's so hot outside that I'm not putting it on me. So I've been curling it up in front of me so I can hold it. It's actually kind of cute and comfortable because I can manipulate the blanket and I can't manipulate you.
She printed a photo of my face and she's pinned it to the blanket. No, she hasn't. Desiree.
With the steampunk story time coming up, guys, do you guys have any toy guns left to create and make? Martin has to finish off a few of the steampunk guns because I've got other jobs to do, but I want to start working on wizard staffs. And I'm going to make myself a new Maleficent staff with a different technique. I highly doubt that, Martin.
I know.
It's dark. I can't see whether or not I pinned a face to it. We'll see how it feels come wintertime.
Yeah, this is true.
Happy anniversary, much love. Thank you, Desiree.
Thank you.
Spiritual and mental connection as well. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it's gonna feel weird now wearing the ring, and I don't wear the ring all the time anyway, so but it's gonna be weird wearing it on the right hand. My brain's just gonna have to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Desiree, you're gonna have to watch the replay, but Martin and I have taken another step in our life.
Mm-hmm.
Taken another step. We're so far from Christina. Don't know her, but I highly doubt it. Blanket has no feelings. No, but I know he's in the next room.
Yeah.
When I'm asleep, I'm not worried about feelings, and I've been having nightmares anyway. He's probably getting more sleep than he did before.
That's true.
Live, work, play together. You guys are awesome. Congratulations. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, Frank.
Create Martin's face on the plate. No, I didn't, Vince. He was joking. Martin was just joking, Vince. So are there any... There's artists in here, right? I've lost track of who's coming in and out. Martin and I, our modeling gigs were canceled. So we'd like to set up some times on our channel to have a few artists in, and we'll pose.
Mm-hmm.
We'll set up a camera and we'll pose. We'll do poses and get you guys to do the art thing, and hopefully with some awards and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll get your art seen. The only thing we ask is we want a digital copy of it. But yeah, we had a number of artist gigs for the art schools lined up.
Modeling
and
gigs, yeah.
COVID's kind of done a number on that. Christina, you have a very strong presence. Thank you. It's something I had to come to terms with, and I've had to come to terms with many times over and over again. And I think that's part of the reason why when Martin started doing the childhood decoration, I guess what we can call it,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why we had a lot of those problems, because I was struggling to be me, and he was struggling to make me her. So the strong presence became more his mother, not me.
Mm-hmm.
So I let go of the strong presence for a while. I let go of the outwardness. I let go of the opinionating. I let go of a lot of what makes me me, and it felt so surreal in the perimenopausal stage that I was in. It was just fighting with myself every single day. And I'm kind of happy Martin survived that, because I was.
I'm happy I survived it too.
I was very loud during that time period. But I had surgery when I got back to Ontario, and we're getting better now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not as unpredictable as they used to be.
That's true.
I had no idea that you guys were doing modeling gigs. They were canceled. Yeah. Yeah. But we finally, we've been trying for years, and we finally found one school that was very much, yes, we want to do this and this and this. And they were doing a history series. So we were going to do a lot of the Wild West stuff. And, yep, didn't happen. And that's income. It's called
infantilization. Yeah.
Really? There's a word for it. Cool.
I'm gonna look that up.
Glad I didn't punch Martin in the nose. I'm sure Martin's glad too.
I am, yeah.
Unpredictable's good. I want to be a model too. Well, Jazzy.
Yeah. I like my nose. It enters every room way before I do.
It's not that big. Really? Seriously? Mm-mm. If your arms are bent, your hands enter the room before anything else.
Oh.
Or your foot. Take a step forward, your foot goes past your nose.
Oh, isn't she clever?
Pinocchio.
I'm thinking more like Jamie Farr, but yeah. That's why my nose was red. Yeah, because it was so far out ahead of everything else. No, I figured it out. What was happening, even though I was refreshing the sunblock regularly, every time I was interacting with someone, I'd have to put my mask on, right? Going into the base camp, go to the washroom trailer or pick up food or whatever, I'd have to put the mask on. So it was constantly rubbing the sunblock off my nose, even though I was refreshing it. So,
Martin, at least you have humor. That's awesome.
thank you. I tried.
Awesome. Well, it was really weird back then too, and to a certain degree as well. Into our, the more time we were together, this never seemed to disappear. He's this incredible person that watches the same crap I do,
Yeah.
laughs at the same stuff I do. Although some things he still finds very funny that I sit there and go, not intellectual enough, and other times he'll look and go, "What? I don't get it." And I'll say, "Well, my father's upbringing, I know what that is." And but more or less, we're right on the same line. But then we go to his parents, we go visit them, and
I'd be a totally different person.
Yeah, and it was like I had to try so hard to get him to be himself at his parents. It was just it was excruciatingly painful. They insisted on having a bridal shower for me, and I'm like, I really don't. Well, that's okay. I don't need it. And so they did a buck and doe, and he was in the backyard with all the men, and not allowed to come into the living room. And I just felt so overwhelmed. I just felt so buried by the women in his family. And I was just like, yeah. And so I wound up crying up in the spare room. I wound up just sitting there crying. And his sisters kept saying, well, we had to go through it too. It's just mom. And I'm like, nah. And at the end, I was like, listen, if I'm going to have this cake thing, Martin's going to be here. I'm not eating that cake unless Martin's here. You're bringing him in. So yeah, I refused to come back down until Martin came out. And they finally let him come forward, and I'm like, geez, guys, no, I don't need this.
It's like that whole stereotype of that whole superstition about the groom isn't supposed to see the bride on the day of the wedding, right?
So now finishing off the little bits.
Munch.
This doesn't spray everywhere when there's just a little bit.
I heard conspiracy the big tech is making us more predictable, easier to control.
Okay.
By dividing us into two camps.
It's called a conspiracy theory.
That's right. Theory. Yes. All right. Since your very, very first adventure, did you ever think that the conventions would change a lot since then? I had no idea what to think about it. Yeah.
We were just in those
their first few years, we were running around. We were doing conventions in Toronto. We were going south of the border, and they were all fan-run conventions. They were all pretty small, 200, 300, maybe 1,000 people. And then compared with the conventions nowadays, now there's still lots of small fan-run conventions, but when you get the Comic-Con conventions and the Expo conventions, and that where they have 50,000, 100,000 people, taking up multiple buildings around the downtown core. That's something I think neither of us ever expected it would get that big. Our first experience with corporate conventions was something called Creation Con, which I don't know. I'm sure some people remember Creation Con. They were big on the Star Trek convention circuit, right? They ran Star Trek conventions. They'd bring in the guests. It'd be autograph signings, a panel, a dealer's room, and really not much else. But people would pay, hundreds of dollars for for an autograph. They pay their admission rate. They get their VIP package to go to the special dinner with the guest or whatever. Yeah. And they would have the guests sign these contracts with the convention that they could not appear at another convention 3 months before or after within a certain radius of the convention that they were signing up for. So that started making it very difficult for the fan-run conventions.
Yep. So they started. The guests started not going anymore. They wouldn't sign the contracts. It wasn't worth it. I've been asked if I had a bachelorette party. I had two, and they were both
no strippers.
No. Damn. No strippers, no. See, his family, it was very,
ladies in the living room, embarrassing the bride to be,
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I'll roll with anything. I'm not like, it's very hard to embarrass me. And then was back in Toronto was a lot of friends who put something together because my maid of honor didn't know what to do, so a bunch of them got together and helped her, and they were going to have a few little risque things for me. And then the one person in our group couldn't find a sitter for her daughter, and her husband was unable to take her daughter for the day. So they canceled all those parts and very last second made a few changes because her young daughter was in the room. So yeah, but it was kind of cool. You guys, that same day, you guys were back at our apartment because they used the community center in our complex.
And
we went up watched Red Dwarf all day.
We watched Red Dwarf, but we also went up to a Greek restaurant up on the Danforth.
Well, that's where we all went afterwards.
Oh, that's right. We all went there afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys waited till we were done, and then we ran.
Yeah.
The small group of us ran away from it.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
left everyone else to clean up and stuff. And the small group of us met up with you guys, and we went up to the restaurant together. We walked up there. So again, ended the day. But that's to me, that's much more fun.
Yeah.
We've been living together already, right? It's just like it's
Yeah, I
not
mean,
like
we've
it's a
been living-
mystery.
We'd been living together, officially for about 3 years before we got married. The first year I was still living at home. First year of our relationship.
Conventions are huge now. Yeah, they are. I like that way she's eating. Thank you, Jesse.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
You did that even though I bought the dress. Just posted on Facebook 2 videos featuring long-eared greeter at McDonald's in case anyone needs a cuteness overload.
Why aren't we
Okay.
cute enough?
Hey,
Aren't we cute enough?
maybe Martin danced for you. No, unfortunately. Well, actually, I've got somewhere. It's not very clear video because it was one of those cassette recorder.
Oh, the little toy, the
Yeah.
Fisher Price toy camcorder things.
Of Martin smooshing into the camera and playing Come Hither.
Grainy
and
black and white footage. Yeah.
you can hear me behind the camera. I'm holding it. You can hear me just chuckling away. And you can see the look on his face, like nothing deterred him. Absolutely nothing deterred him. And that's, we knew we were playing around. We always have. We've had friends who've argued that. No, you broke his spirit. And I'm just sitting there going, look, I didn't put him on a ball and chain. I don't like that attitude. He's an individual. He has his own opinions. And that's why now we're partners and not husband and wife anymore, because it just doesn't make sense. To keep battling this and everyone's attitudes. It really interferes with your life and your marriage. Like the other day, I was on Michael Bathurst and the subject started up and then everything just kept getting cut off. And I was the only woman there. And, he had a viewer, Mike something, and Mike was just upset because, I'm sitting in front of the camera saying in many ways, Martin's more feminine than I am. He's more woman than I am. He's a better cook than I am. There's some things I do really well, but he's a much better cook than I am. He tells me he likes to clean. I'm not going to argue with him.
I do.
And he says it's therapeutic. Just leave him alone, let him clean. And so I'm just me not arguing. If he needs a help or a hand, or we've got too little time and he needs that a second person in order for us to make it somewhere on time, then yeah, sure, I'll pitch in. But you leave him alone because if he wants help, he'll ask for it, and if he doesn't, he doesn't. And if he wants help or needs help and doesn't ask for it, on his own, he'll miss out. And that's the reality of it. He didn't have these experiences as a child, so it took him years to get used to it. I'm not interfering. And this Mike guy's like, Martin wound up sitting next to me because he was just finishing things. So he sat down, and this Mike guy's like, Martin, do you hear what she's saying? You're more a woman than. And Martin's sitting there and he's reading the comments, and he's like, Mike, yeah.
I agree with her.
I am. And Mike's like, that's it, I'm out of here. I'm like,
all right, you can't handle it. Would you like a refill?
I would love a refill. What was your very first festival you two were involved in? Did you guys that festivals would be popular now? Festivals have always been popular. I assume you're talking about like Renaissance festivals and stuff, or you're talking about conventions. But I mean, that very first weekend we met, we entered the costume contest together and won. So we kind of figured out that this was going to be, with another friend as well, but kind of figured out that this was going to be a thing. I've always been of the mindset that things are successful, they grow. Things aren't successful, they go away. Just don't predict it. Just live in the moment. And really, it has a lot to do with living in that moment. So Martin, you come from a very traditional, old-fashioned values family where the mother stays at home and the father is a breadwinner.
Yes, most definitely. Now, my sisters both, they both had careers outside of the marriage. They both were legal paralegals, basically.
Yeah.
But my mother was the housewife, the housefrau.
Thank you, Lucia. But yeah, your mother was very, very overbearing. I always had a difficult time with her. Although, like when we got this era, it wasn't much before she passed away, but
Mhm.
she talked to me and treated me very different than she did before.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird because when I was in my 20s, that's the woman I would have liked to have had as your mother. And
I think finally in the end she came to terms with a lot. Yeah.
which is good and it's healthy.
Mhm.
So I'm happy I got to meet that version of your mom before she passed.
Me too.
When I was growing up during that period, life in many households was similar. Leave it to Beaversville or with Ward and June Cleaver. Need
Yep.
I say more? In my family, there were twists and turns. Well, Martin's parents came from Germany to Canada right after the war type thing. So they're much older. He was a miracle child. Like,
I was a
there's
surprise.
16-year difference between, him and his sister. Is that a Rosia wine? You mean a rose?
Rosé.
I know, old school. Yeah, whereas my family was completely different. I know there are blue glasses, and it's non-alcoholic wine because there were way too many lineups, and that's part of the reason why we have what we have. It's pear
Pear apple. Yeah.
apple, but we had it here left over from something else, and actually from New Year's.
Mhm. That's
And
right.
it was one left over from New Year's because we were non-alc New Year's for various reasons, and I will never buy non-alcoholic wine ever again. That was
Mhm.
gross. But yeah, we looked at the lineups for everything, and with everything starting to open up, we were not going to spend like 5 to 6 hours in line yesterday or today. So, yeah, we've been putting this whole anniversary dinner together with what's we got.
Mhm.
The 10-year difference between me and my brother. Nice.
Mhm.
Well, wow. My mom had another one in between me and my brother, but she had a miscarriage. Oh. Yeah, lineups are crazy long. Well, yeah, and super hot out and cement, and we just started. We've got better things to do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the patios have opened up, but everyone wants to use them, right? So we didn't want to deal with
So it's like a 3-hour lineup
the
for
craziness.
that too. Yeah. So just we were productive today, and we were happy to be productive today because our actual wedding anniversary is June 8th, and our meeting anniversary is May 29th. So we're already
So-
past because of various reasons.
That's right.
So from now on, our anniversary will be May 29th.
Only one date to have to worry about.
Only one date to have to worry about. One birthdays.
Well,
But
there's
those
that,
you can't
yeah.
change.
Yours is coming up in a couple of months.
I know. I'm a Leo. Oh, and I don't know if some of you have noticed, but Martin's encouraged me to go back to doing Don't Poke the Lion.
That's right.
So Tuesday nights, because that's the night he chose to do paperwork.
Yeah. Tuesday night's broadcast, she'll be doing the Don't Poke the Lion thing. Yeah.
He'll only join me if he wants to. Yes, what you got is amazing. Hope this belated anniversary will continue to brighten your futures. Thank you, Vince.
Mm-hmm.
August 6th, not August 9th. Why is yours August 9th? Yeah, August 6th. And my sister is May 6th. So that was always funny because my mother would be like, one of you is on the 6th. Both of us are on the 6th. Oh, right. She keeps forgetting my birthday anyway. And then my one brother's in September and my other brother's in November. So June 10th. Cool.
Like
Well, happy
yesterday,
belated
actually,
birthday.
2 days ago. Happy birthday, yeah.
Yes, happy belated birthday. Cheers. You are welcome. There you go. Everyone wish Mo a happy belated birthday. Cool. Hi, Ron. Oh my God, Ron. Mr. Nobles, how you been?
Hey, Ron.
Cheers. Thanks. You're welcome. How have you been?
Come on over to Haps. Join us over here. And you
Come
can
over
see
to
everyone
Haps,
else's
yeah.
comments.
Haps, HAPPS.TV / the @ symbol and Car Hunger, CARR.
HUNGER.
Sorry,
I can
that.
still do
I know,
that.
I know.
I can still do that
know,
now.
I know. My apologies. September 21st, nice. Good, you're doing good. Good.
Mm-hmm.
September
Good,
1st. Oh yeah, that's right. That's how we named your droid.
That's right.
That's right.
V9G1.
So are you guys psyched up about the murder mystery? I think we might have the steampunk murder mystery because I think we might have bitten off too much because the murder mysteries are harder to write.
They are. Yeah.
We may have to do a frame beforehand and then just modify it depending on who's in it. But yes, this month's story time is steampunk. And we used to do steampunk murder mysteries back in BC. So we thought we'll try it. We'll try it virtually. This is going to be interesting.
Mhm.
And then what we'll do is anyone who gives an award during the broadcast, anyone who gives an award during the broadcast gets to guess who the murderer is. I haven't figured out what kind of prize I'm going to do for the person who guessed right, but yeah, it'll be the first person, who gets it up there. And what we're going to do is we're going to give you like a 5-minute lead up, so that you can type it out. You can type your guess out in the comments, and then the moment we say go is when you hit the send.
Mm-hmm.
So the first person who comes through with the right answer. Where are we broadcasting out of? Ron, we moved across country.
We're in Toronto now.
We're now in Toronto, Ontario. So we're now north of like Buffalo, New York, instead of north of Seattle.
And this
Miss
is,
Seattle. Oh
and
my
this
God.
is our fine little kitchen in the three bedroom house that we're renting.
Tiny little teeny weeny bedrooms,
Hmm.
but they'll do. Kitchen's huge. Bedrooms are tiny, but
As
that's
you can
okay.
see, the kitchen's pretty big.
And the kitchen's like, we've done so much in the kitchen just because of its size. I know Murdoch Murder Mysteries. Yeah, Murdoch Mysteries. Yeah, those are shot here in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Thank you, Ron.
And what's great is they can film old Toronto in Toronto without having to build any exterior sets because the buildings are all still there.
Yeah. Very cool.
Although the main set with the police station and the morgue and everything else and that
studio.
immediate stuff, that's all okay. Like on a back lot in a studio.
Yeah, well, they had to,
Mhm.
because that's just not going to happen.
Yep.
Glad you guys don't miss your old places. No heat and it gets hot there. Yeah.
Yep.
We have much more control here, although we're really running up the bill the last few days, doing a lot of 3D printing and trying to keep from melting because we've been running the AC. Actually, the sun's down. Do you want to stop the AC?
I think we could do that now. Get some windows open. Get some fresh air in here.
Don't get the windows open
No.
yet.
Oh,
No.
keep
No,
things.
and we still have 3D printing to do, so
That's true.
let's keep the moisture out. It does not affect the 3D print. It does happen sometimes. This stuff is tasty.
It is.
I think we got it from Costco. Yes.
Yeah, we did that little 3-pack.
We got it from Costco. Yes, we have our Costco cards.
Mm-hmm.
Wahaha. So no dessert, huh?
No dessert.
That's not right.
No.
What's in the candy tin? Anything?
Let's find out.
This is pitiful. My mother bought me this 10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
We call it the
Oh,
candy
look.
tin.
Jelly babies.
Oh, there's jelly babies in the candy tin. Okay, what else?
Champagne jelly bears.
Champagne
Gummy bears.
jelly bears. Okay. A little bit of serious
a little
chocolate.
bit of
Okay.
like serious chocolate. Like that's 99% stuff.
And black balls.
Black balls.
That's
Cannonballs.
Cannonballs. So 2 little plates and a knife. And let's make this look like a yuppie dessert, shall we?
Like yuppie dessert. What, you want to cut the
Weather here is
Cut the jelly
70.
bits?
Wow. Imagine it with alcohol. It'd be tastier. Yeah, but the lineup wouldn't be. I worked at Costco for 25 years now. I saw that. You're humbled and happy. I saw that. Give her a chocolate bar, Martin. You don't have a chocolate. Oh, wait, we do have chocolate milk left, don't we?
We do.
So here, this is our fancy.
Do you still need a little knife
Yeah, the chocolate has
for
to
the
be
chocolate?
cut. And then we got to refresh our jelly babies.
Refresh our jelly babies.
We're gonna have to, we're gonna have to refresh our
Are
jelly
they
babies.
stale jelly babies?
They feel a little stale. There we go. All right, and you can have the orange one. I'll have the green one.
I see.
I feel delightfully pitiful at the moment. I'm gonna put that there and that there. Okay, so there's that, and then there's champagne flavored gummy bears. They're not Halloween candies. No, they're not. Thank you, Ron. A little fancy. Yeah, we're gonna try to pretend this is. Remember, imagination. The hot dogs were gourmet hot dogs, right? They were.
That's right. Yeah.
So we got little bears in between the gummy bears in between the jelly babies, like that, and like that, and like that, and like that,
It's like making a candy
and-
mandala.
and like that, yeah, and like that. Oh, there's only 3 left. Here, we got to cut the bear in half. Just
No.
split the bear. That didn't work, hey?
Yeah.
These are little.
Oh my god.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. See, in chocolate
They're
milk.
not chewing. They're just returning to their original shape.
Thinking it would be cool. Print out Pippin's face and stamp it to Martin's squeaky chair. Chocolate milk cheers, yeah. Oh my god. This is going to be an interesting challenge.
Hey, C.S. Murphy, how are you?
Hi, Shash.
It's certainly very interesting.
Okay, there we
spread
go.
We've got.
There we go. There's our fancy schmancy. That's empty now. So
This. Okay. Where's
there's,
that go?
there's our attempt at a fancy schmancy.
She drops them all into the chocolate milk.
Certain. Okay. No challenge is eating.
These like little tongs to
okay.
pick them up and.
Let's cheers with
All
the
right,
chocolate.
cheers
That
with
we know
chocolate
that
milk.
tastes good. Yes. Okay. There we go. There
Here we go. Ta-da!
Shareables.
Shareables. Yeah, so we cut the
Yum.
bears in half.
Tried to cut the bears in half. Tried to cut his little head off. It didn't work. It's today your anniversary. Actually, May 29th was the day we met anniversary, and June 8th was our wedding anniversary. But today's when we got a chance to do all this. And Martin and I have just declared that we're going to take our relationship to a different level and become more a partnership than a marriage. And we've signed a separation agreement, but don't worry, we're not actually separating. We're separating in the sense that we're no longer husband and wife.
We're absolving the marriage
um,
and maintaining the friendship.
Yeah. So it's a very special day today.
Mm-hmm.
We were just finishing
these are
confessing to
chewy.
everyone that these are very chewy. They're gonna come crawling back out later, you know. But yes, we kind of just confessed to everyone that we didn't want to get married in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So this is healthier for us. Your girlfriend and you are having yours tomorrow. Yay!
Nice. Oh, I think I remember hearing you
Congrats
mention
on
that
the
on
Evolution Day.
Mike's
Thank you.
broadcast the other night.
Yeah, that's right. He did.
Mhm.
Congrats. Wow, interesting. Thank you, Ron. Partnership and hope that it will help you both in the long run. Exactly. Ron, get your butt over to Hub so you can see these comments. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, you seemed over enthusiastically tired. I think you said something about being high. That or you were just high on the broadcast. It is Michael's.
Mm-hmm.
Michael's broadcasts do that to people.
He has that energy
Yeah.
for people. Right?
Fun speaking with you on Michael's broadcast. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it was a lot of fun.
It was
We were
fun.
so tired. We should not have been up that late.
No. No, we barely moved the next morning. God. Okay.
The
Well,
jelly
it's not-
babies are much more palatable.
Yeah, let's not open gummies ever again and then let them sit for a year.
Or more.
No, we bought those at we were at the last little place.
Did we?
From Winners.
Mhm.
But yeah, let's not do that again. Okay, that's as close as we got to champagne today. Okay.
Gummy bears don't go bad. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's still edible, but it was so chewy. Like you'd chomp down on it, and it would just spring back to its shape. Chomp down and spring back to its shape. It took forever to actually try and chew through the damn things. But the jelly babies are
Oh, jelly babies are forever, man.
They don't change. No.
Michael's broadcast about relationship. Out of place, I'm sorry. Just felt being weird in the comments. That's okay.
That's okay.
Perfectly all right. Perfectly all right. Hey, you know, if you have the jelly babies, the jelly babies after you put the chocolate in your mouth, it's actually a really nice combination.
Oh, yeah? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh.
I didn't get a chance to do that. That's okay.
Okay.
That's a very dry chocolate.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That stuff is like 90%. I think it's the Guatemalan.
Stone ground dark chocolate.
Most of the label is worn away.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
It's the one that Mom got us.
Yeah. Actually, doesn't say what the percentage is. At least if it does, it's like been worn through.
This broadcast was going to be something else. Just fell out of place being there. Well, it started as something else, but as you saw, him and Colin were. It looks like he tried to start that subject matter before in another broadcast and it didn't work well.
Yeah.
So he got the opportunity and invited us in and then changed the subject on us. I know we need a gluten-free kid.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Well, Don's
once again, watch two prop makers try and make a cake.
Yeah, Don wants us to make a cake from his recipe, from his book. So it'll be probably his ID broadcasting, and we'll be guesting for him. But he's going to talk us through it. I told him good luck with that. So we got to go find the flour and stuff. And he says he's using a flour, a gluten-free flour called Namaste. So I asked him what the base is. So we're using the same thing. Like, is it a rice or a corn or whatever? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, well, find out. So that we're using the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, I'm going to play some relationships. That's okay, Jazzy. No worries. Well, it won't be in our Vince. It'll be in Don's broadcast. He wants us to make one of the recipes from his book, and we're gonna do a co-broadcast, and he's gonna talk us through one of his recipes, and we're gonna try to modify it to be gluten free. And he's like, "Oh, we'll just switch the wheat flour with the gluten free flour, so it will either turn out or it will wind up being a colossal train wreck."
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to see.
We'll find out. Yeah.
If it's a colossal train wreck, you guys can laugh. Namaste, he goes, hello. Yeah, apparently he says there's this gluten-free flour called Namaste.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know if we have it here.
I don't know.
We'll have to find the equivalent. It'll be here for that. Watch us cry. You ever buy the gluten-free cake? Sometimes we do.
Mm-hmm.
There's this one company that makes these little gluten-free donuts. They're really nice. I like those a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You always find them in the freezer. Ah! Just cross my leg and kick the chair.
Ouch.
Okay, I'm actually full.
That was good. That worked.
Do you feel full too?
Yeah.
Good.
Hot
dogs.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs. Doggy, doggy, doggy.
Doggy, doggy.
There's a game at the Canadian exhibition where like all the stuffed animals are dogs. Like everything you win is dog stuff. And you always hear them across the park. Doggy, doggy, doggy. Yes. It isn't a year at the CD without them. Cookies and cream one. Was there cookies and cream gluten-free cake? I did not know that. Hey, if there's a gluten-free cookies and cream ice cream, that I want.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
That would be awesome. I bet you if we took a walk to Shoppers Drug Mart tonight, their ice cream cooler's going to be empty again.
It'll be empty.
That's what, 4 times in a row now?
Yep.
We just gave up. Because, yeah, in order to avoid the lines, we've been trying to go shopping at night, and it's just, no, everything's gone by the time we get there, and they're not stocking the shelves yet until everything's closed. It's like, So we have not been batting 100 with that. Have we?
No. Not at all. Oh.
Uh-oh, Martin's tired.
I am
He's
so
got
wiped
food in
out.
him. There's a gluten-free cake, cookies and cream. Those are props that was then. And did you guys, with every tech, the props that are easy to do now? Okay, Vince, you may have to make that one a little clearer for me.
If I get that right, yeah, there's definitely more convenient ways of building things, with 3D printers and lasers and machining and stuff like that, compared to what we were doing back in the day.
Yeah, but it has its
Scratch
issues.
building everything. They all
I
have
mean,
their
you
issues.
can make the same part over and over again,
Mhm.
and the likelihood of it jointing together and working is greater.
Mhm.
But you design it wrong, and you have 5 prints that don't work out, and then you gotta
Exactly. Yeah.
reformat this and reformat that, and then your app doesn't talk to your device, and then there's an upgrade on your computer, so your app doesn't talk to your computer all of a sudden, and it has its own problems.
Mhm.
I wouldn't say it's gotten better. I'd say it's just gotten different.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine if all that equipment breaks down, we have to go back.
Yeah.
Like
The
those,
whittling sticks.
well, those fairy wings we have to hand cut because the machine isn't big enough.
It's true.
So, things like that. Yeah. So a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Mhm.
Painting techniques haven't changed in years. I'm batting 1,000.
Mhm.
Mm.
There we go.
Refreshing chocolate milk. Ta-da! So what do you guys think? Think we did a good job of it? Rescuing an anniversary dinner from basically what's in the fridge. These were taken off a tree at a park. We didn't buy those either. Thank God there's no cameras in that park, right?
That's true. Yeah.
Is there a fine for stealing flowers off a tree in a park?
Mhm.
Awesome job. Thank you, Vince. I think it was great. Thank you, Jazzy. Woo!
Cool.
We did well. We did well,
We
Ryan.
did well. We ate well.
We did. Excuse me. It was a little bit of a burp. And hey, we had 8 awards.
That's good. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
$5.40. It was good seeing Jay here too.
Mhm.
Jay's very special to us. It was a very tasty evening. Yes, the amount of sugar I think we put in our mouth at the end just
Send us over the deep end.
yeah. I'm not gonna need sugar for a while. We may have to go for a walk just to wind me down.
Yeah.
Bouncy, 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 bouncy. We're gonna sugar crash. It's like 10 minutes from now, we're just gonna be curled up on the floor asleep.
Yeah, really. Won't even make it to the front door.
That kale was great.
That worked out.
That kale was great. Oh, here's another one. Captain Kirk, hi. Super hard.
Super hard.
Thank you, Captain Kirk. Thank you, David. I'm special too. Yes, you are, Jesse.
We're all special.
I'll always be a loyal fan of yours. Thank you, Vince. After the broadcast, to celebrate.
Getting more work done.
Go back to work. Go back to work. There's a few prints. Actually, that print is probably done now and stick to the bed because we didn't lift it up when it was immediately finished. There's still work to do in the sewing room, so it's cohabitable by Martin and his little bed and getting sewing done. So there's a number of things that we have to still get done. Although I wouldn't mind going out for a walk.
Yeah, getting a little fresh air.
Do some pokey hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ever worked on Kim's Convenience? No.
No,
I've never had a chance
unfortunately,
to.
no.
Kim's Convenience is awesome. I don't care where you are. If you get a chance to watch it, watch it. Time to walk it off. I know. That's about what we feel.
And as a lot of people probably know, the lead actor, Paul Sun-Hyung Lee, is a big geek.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
huge cosplayer.
Big cosplayer. He's got his own 3D printer in his basement, and he tinkers around with stuff like that. And he was a cameo in the second season of Mandalorian as a TIE fighter pilot. So
He's a fire first.
he's with the 501st Legion.
Yep. So yeah, he's a great guy. He's so modest.
Mhm.
He's just so relaxed and modest.
Yeah.
He's a new superhero.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, we've
yeah.
never worked on Schitt's Creek.
No.
It is a real store. The store you see
Yeah.
in production, like all the outside shots are outside the store when you see them.
Mhm.
But all the inside stuff is basically an exact replica of the store itself
in the studio.
in the studio, so that the store can still make sales. But yeah, it is an actual store. It does exist in that neighborhood,
Mhm.
and it's an okay neighborhood. It's not the best neighborhood, but it's a lot of community stuff and a lot of that kind of. It's very true to the area.
Mhm.
Very, very true to the area. Did he build huge profs as well? I don't know if he's built. If
I don't know.
Yeah, because
He's
I think the biggest he's done is his proton pack.
yeah.
He's so
Yeah.
proud of himself too. He was
Yeah,
just
the whole
showing it
Ghostbuster
off.
cosplay.
Oh yeah. He's in the 501st and in the Mandalorian. He's in the show. Like he's one of the pilots. He's the Asian pilot, right? Of course, in the second season of Mandalorian. But he's a member of the 501st, so he shows up for all the troops. Like he gets on actually for the COVID when COVID started, him and his kid got into stormtrooper outfits and started running around the neighborhood with pots and pans and for the workers, for the frontline workers and stuff like that. And he loves his costumes. He loves his cosplay. I mean, he shows up when the 501st do the big charity things where they bring all the big displays and stuff for people to take pictures. He'll be there in full uniform, full Imperial uniform, and just ready to take pictures with people. He's an X-wing pilot and is a ranger. An X-wing pilot, yeah, and a stormtrooper, as well as an Imperial. I like him as an Imperial officer. He looks good.
Yeah, with a little cap and everything, and yeah.
Wow, that's cool. Ever streamed there? What
from the store. I think we've streamed walking past the store before
Oh, we did.
on our
That
way
was,
walking along Queen Street. Yeah,
It was like last year.
it was while we were living down at the studio down in Corktown.
Yeah. Does he live up that way? He lives in East York.
Yep, he's
Toronto.
Toronto. Yeah, I think he's Toronto born. He's a second generation Korean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the accent is great. It's put on.
Yeah.
Check this, guys. What? Check what? So we're going to start what?
Image
What?
on that.
Oh, yeah. I saw that on your Facebook. I hit like. Because it's adorable.
Nice.
Gorktown? What?
Corktown.
God, is from Gorktown? Corktown.
Cork.
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 Cork. C-O-R-K.
Like Corktown. Look, I actually had a visual aid this time.
Congratulations.
Yay!
Yay. And there was much rejoicing.
Quarktown? Oh.
Quark. Yeah.
Now listen here, Quark.
Every corner you turn, someone's.
Corktown,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, Cork. Because most of the people who first settled there were from Cork, England.
From County Cork in
County
Ireland.
Cork, yeah.
Ireland.
Ireland, sorry.
It's in Ireland, you know.
Stick a cork in it. Definitely. Although in what? Bend over.
Yeah, like that punchline to that horrible joke. All I saw was the monkey tried to put the cork back in.
Oh my God, I don't even remember the rest of the joke.
Something about an elephant with constipation.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, thanks. That's that. No. Yeah, let's move on, shall we? Shall we? So, folks, we're gonna head out because we're gonna get some walking in and probably play Pokemon. We'll first check on the 3D printer.
Yep.
And play Pokemon. And I'm so happy you guys are very supportive of this because we were kind of worried in some ways, but we're so happy. Thank you guys so much. Remember, we have our store at carhunger.ca, CARR.
HUNGER.
That's .ca, as in Canada. The store is going to keep getting updated as we build things bit by bit. And then once I'm happy with all the product, we're going to start doing a little bit of Facebook advertising because we've got some credits left over for something else. So we'd like to use them up. And you can find us on Instagram and Facebook more often than anywhere else. And that's Car Hunger as well, CARR.
HUNGER.
You can send us emails at carhunger at carhunger.com. And it's always CARR.
HUNGER.
And I love when you do
Now
that.
and forever.
Now and forever. That's right. And I have joined the ranks of story writing on Vocal and VOCAL dot.
Media, wasn't it?
Dot media.
Mhm.
And I put my first article up, and I've entered it in the competition. And Vocal is a $10 a month fee, and if you get over 1,000 viewers, you get $6 and up. Like it just goes up depending on how many viewers. It doesn't, you don't get anything until you reach 1,000. So I will be posting that link on our website. So that means on the HAP site
Here
here.
on Haps, yep.
And remember, put your notifications on for posts as well as broadcasts so that you will know when we are posting things up. And of course, last but not least, steampunk is the theme this month for our storyline. The post is about 4 or 5 posts back with all the archetypes. Remember, it's $5 either sponsorship, $5 or more sponsorship, or $5 worth of awards between the 2 dates given on any post. So go back and check that out. And if you want to be part of the steampunk storyline and story time, then let us know with a lovely contribution. Happy anniversary again. Thank you so much. Glad there was a shooting day and was hot. Was it hot? There will be in the finished shooting. You did some ice cream truck. There wasn't an ice cream truck this time. We were down in the bottom of a conservation area. Martin playing Pokemon. I know. We have weird versions of romance, don't we?
We do. Yep.
We love our Pokemon.
Yeah.
It gives us an excuse to get out. We shouldn't need one, but keep the future bright. Thank you. Hit like your story on, yeah. Thank you. I'm happy you enjoyed
Nice.
it. If you could post the link on your social media and stuff so other people can go and find it, that would be great. I really would appreciate that. I'd like to see if that'll work because I haven't done writing like that in a while. So it's kind of neat writing again on something, like that where I could make a few dollars. If not, I'm going to give it a couple months. And if it doesn't work out, then I'm going to cancel the subscription because it's $10 a month I can use elsewhere.
Yep.
We'll see. We'll take it step by step, right? But let me know too what you think. And you know how to PM me, right? Cool. So Pokemon does sound romantic. Of course it is. Especially when we trade Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I'll trade you a
We
Licky Tongue.
leveled up to best friends in Pokemon, so it's got to be true.
I'll trade you a Licky Tongue for
You'll give me a licky tongue?
yeah, I'm gonna give you a Licky Tongue. I'm trying to figure out something to trade back that'll be just as innuendo filled. I'll give you a Licky Tongue for a
Yeah, I can't think of another Pokemon that's got that much innuendo to it.
damn.
Wow.
There's gotta be. That's depressing. The title Pokemon. Yeah, but I can't trade them. Like, you guys should dress as Pokemon characters. Nah, Vince, that's too far for us. That's the direction we don't. Damn it! Because that Licky Tongue is it's got a huge freaking tongue.
Oh, I know, yeah.
It's worse than a dog. Fine.
Yeah.
We'll come up with it at a weird time. We'll do it
We
again
will,
on another
yep.
broadcast because I think we're starting to sugar crash. All right. So remember, everyone, respect yourself more than anyone else can. Everything will be fine. Self-respect, self-love. Very important. Hey, Martin, say happy anniversary, Martin.
Happy anniversary, Martin.
What about me?
Happy anniversary, Christina.
That's better.
Yeah.
Because if you left me out, I'd be really
Well,
worried.
I know.
All right, folks, thank you so much. And I'm going to run that video, so I will be watching your comments just in case something comes up. Should watch Detective Pikachu. We didn't get a chance to see it. Is that on? Is that on Disney? I think it's on one of the services
might
that
be,
we
yeah.
got, or one of the channels we got. We should watch it
Look
one
it
night.
up. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Have a good night and
everyone.
stay safe, okay? I got to reach over here. I got to go like this. And then I got to go like this. Later.
good for me. Take the time.
We had a great time in Montreal. Montreal was all hardwood floors. Right? Go on, camera.
I'd like to. That's my favorite thing. That's my
Makes a
favorite.
lot of clothes.
No. Well, look, cocktails.
How much styrofoam?
Way too much styrofoam. The birds are confused. It's like, what's this city doing?